I have this 24 volt DC power inverter, DC to AC power inverter, and it's not working. So I basically took it half apart, and to try and solve what might have went wrong, I'm going to furtherly take the rest of it apart. So once I have the sides off, here and here, and I have all the components slid out, I'll come back and see if we can locate the problem. Alright, I have it all apart, and I discovered two areas that are burnt, and I'll show them to you. Hopefully you can see them. I don't have a free hand to show you, but you can see pretty much in the middle of the screen, I believe it is, on the board itself, you can see a burnt spot. So right directly above that, that component there is obviously bad. And I found one more spot that's over here. Let's see if I can get this so you can see it. About the same thing in the middle of the screen on the board. There's another burnt spot. So another component there that's obviously failed. And for the rest of the area and all the other components, they appear to look okay. Now I will take off both of these aluminum rails here to get a better look. Because when these power inverters usually blow, it's usually in these side areas here where all the MOSFETs and switches and little regulators are. And then usually, but not always, the little resistors will go also. So I will change out what needs to be changed out along with its resistor, and then go from there and see if it turns back on and works. There's a lot of fuses inside these inverters too, which they'll sometimes occasionally burn out, but that wasn't this case for this one. Actually, it might have been at one point, because I can see here there's missing some fuses here, but on the underside of it, it was joined together with a basically a wire fuse. So whether that's the factory or somebody did this, not really sure, but it all looks okay on that part. So what I'll do is change out this one and this one along with the resistors that go with them, which they're on the underside of it. Probably hard to see. You can see down in here. I'll test them out, of course, to see how they perform. If they're not showing what I want to see, well, then I'll change them out. Usually they go bad with the switch because then they take too much current and basically burn out themselves, but they're not indicating or showing any kind of, I won't even bother showing it because it's just too dark here to see these ones. So sometimes these things are fixable, and sometimes, well, I mean, they're always fixable. I guess it depends on how far a person wants to go with them. Some of these are very expensive, so it's worthwhile, you know, going deeper into them. And some of these are not very expensive, so at that point, it's really not worthwhile repairing them. Just pretty much get another one. This particular one's not overly expensive, so I can give it the simple fix. And if it goes much deeper than that, then I pretty much won't bother with it myself. But I'm pretty sure I'll be able to solve it. I've solved quite a few before in the past, and I'll continue doing so in the future. But, you know, we always run into that moment where it's not really worth fixing anymore, and discarding or recycling, you know, using elsewhere, using the parts from this to go to that type of thing. So thank you for watching. Subscribe if you have not, and thank you very much for those that already have.